Okay. Hear me now? Is this where we talk about our weight loss journey? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Yes. What's up? Oh my gosh, we're so excited to be here. We're in the warehouse. It used to be really creepy and wild and cold, and then we got it, and they painted all the walls white, and now it's all bright. And we're waiting on Lily and Jet and Kate to come paint cryptids everywhere. We're so excited. How many people got the mail day promo? Did you guys get this in the mail? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I cannot wait to just shower everyone with like surprise, 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 just constant surprises. So, the way we did this is we put these out, but we didn't necessarily tell you how you get it. And so, the way that you get this promo going forward is going to be a giveaway. And so, if you win any sort of giveaway we give out, like this will be included until supplies runs out. And we're giving away a ton of stuff all the time. So, like, you should have a pretty good opportunity to get this. And then, did anybody get this promo in the mail? This is the cats. I almost said mail day cats, but we're not saying that. But it's super, super sick Quetzalcoatlus. So the way to get this is if you were to buy something in the store, you would get this promo, which is super, super sick. But again, we didn't tell you how to get it. You just, if you bought something, you got it, which I think is really cool. And then I don't think anybody's got this promo yet, but when the cat sells out, we're actually going to swap over to a Ding Bell promo, which is pretty sick. So beautiful, beautiful promo. But unfortunately, you actually can't get either of these promos today. And I think TMX knows why, right? You can't get out of these promos today because it's MetaZoo's birthday. It's MetaZoo's anniversary. So anyone that orders anything in the store, basically through Sunday until supplies runs out, is going to get an anniversary promo. And so any of you guys that have checked out the store, you may see we added a few things, but we didn't necessarily tell you. And so we have a few really cool things in the store. Super excited about that. GQL update, we're basically almost done signing the agreement. Really, really, really close. The bulk of the agreement, we're not negotiating anymore. And GQL gave us a special waiver that we can start selling accessories in the store and stuff now. And so if you look, we had a few cool things we added, a few play mats and stuff. And there's a few things in the store you might be surprised about. Like, why would we add old zoo stuff to the store? That seems a little crazy. I feel like we got a tournament coming up, and I feel like people need to be able to play in the tournament, and you need cards. And so I feel like we should be able to supply those cards for you guys. So we'll talk more about why we added the products we added here in a second. But I'm mostly going to give the GQ update, get you guys going. Know we're really close. We kind of have like a flood of things we want to do, but once that agreement's signed, we can basically share like our passion and love and everything we care about MetaZoo with you guys. Big update. Juicebox Drizzle has joined the MetaZoo team as one of the casters on the team, and our warehouse is now fully staffed. And so if you order anything from the warehouse, it's going to ship next day. I know we had some people that waited on some orders, and really, really appreciate you guys waiting for that. So now we get orders out right away. So if you order something tonight, it'll be shipped by Monday probably. And then why don't we switch over and jump into Legends? So we have a lot of people that want to compete. We've got a big prize coming up, $10,000 cash prize for those that participate in the modern MetaZoo format. And we also have the classic format that's going to have the Kickstarter box as the prize. So I know there's been a lot of talk. Are we doing old zoo? We're doing new zoo? Where's things going? So I just kind of want to clear the air here. We're focused on new zoo for now. So new zoo is what we're building. It's what we're creating. It's what our design team has. It's the products we're putting out. We're taking a lot of the magic from old zoo, from hand-drawn art, acrylics, paint, the style, the artists, the passion, everything you see, and we're putting that into the new zoo flavor. And so that's the game that we want to support and compete at the highest level. But we recognize that a lot of people love old zoo. They love kitchen top, just playing fourth wall effects and stuff like that. And we recognize that a ton of fans love old zoo. A ton of fans want to participate in classic, MetaZoo Classic. So we're going to, basically support that gameplay anywhere we go. It's part of our history. It's what made MetaZoo successful. We're, as you can see in the store, we have Nightfall boxes for sale. We have Cryptonation 2 boxes for sale. We have a Nightfall playmat for sale as well too. Very, very cool. Binders, we have Kryptonation binder, Nightfall binder. And so that's part of our history. We always want to embrace our past, where we came from. But for the first, year and a half, for the next year and a half or so, our primary focus is on, getting the new game out there to stores, organized play, getting it out to all the fans and making it compatible. But if people want to play Old Zoo, by all means play. But for our team to go and print legacy and to kind of do those things, it takes resources. It's going to take us hiring more people. And I very much do want to print legacy. Like, I'll say it here. Like, I think we will absolutely print it within the next 3 years. But like, I have to get you guys a product. I have to be able to deliver Cosmic and Yokai, and I have to put something in your hands that we're creating that's ours. It's something we created. And then at some point, we're going to keep leaning into a lot of things that made Old Zoo special. And I think people love the fourth wall effects. I think people love the style. People love getting together and talking about cryptids. And what we're finding is a lot of our fans aren't necessarily TCG fans. We have a lot of cryptid related fans as well too. And so we're putting more of a focus on cryptid museums and, going to people that just love cryptids in general, that just want the collectability and just want cool artwork. And, we want to offer you guys a plethora of items. And so one way to look at MetaZoo as a whole for everyone is that it's really just an IP of cryptids, and we have our own Bigfoot, our own Mothman, and their personalities that'll eventually come out and we'll share with you guys. And trading cards is really our first product we're giving the world. And so the trading card game is one part of MetaZoo, but that's not all of MetaZoo. It's just one part of MetaZoo. We have the manga that we're releasing, we're working on. We have multiple manga artists that are working on building that piece for you guys, and we'll have a few surprises on that. We're really excited to share. That'll come out. And so that's going to be another piece of MetaZoo. And I think it'd be awesome to have like an anime or some sort of Saturday morning cartoon or like a little 20-minute show or something we could do. But that's incredibly expensive. We've even talked about the voice actors we would have, that would be Rose Robinson, or I can't say that one yet. We haven't spoiled that caster yet. They all know who he is anyway. Or any of the famous cryptids that are out there. So like, we want to get to that point, but like, we're going to release things in phases. And so once the GQL sort of termination agreement signed, you're going to see a lot more accessories and things come out that are, I think it'd be awesome if people show up to a casters club and they had like a Bigfoot, just really big feet or something as like a fourth wall item for like MetaZoo Classic. I think that'd be so sick. And so we're really eager to kind of like take this universe of MetaZoo and just share it with you guys. But for everyone that's super passionate about Classic, I want to say, like, I love it. I hear it. I know it's big, but like, I don't want you guys to get your hopes up and not see a product for a little bit, because it is a lot of work putting a product out. And if I give just a general update on Yokai and Cosmic's about 80% of the way done. We have most of the arts back. We've done the graphic design for a lot of it. We've done the motion coding for some of it. And like, the people that we bring on the team and they come and they look at the art, they're like, oh my gosh, this is MetaZoo. Like, it feels so cool to see kind of the art stuff come through. So like, we are so eager to show you guys that. Cosmic will be early December. It's still trending early December. Shipping it on boat so we can save a little bit of money, give you guys that better price point, the $95 a box. And then Yokai is going to be early November. And so I know that's a little disappointing to hear. That's going to take a little bit of time, but it is at print. They have all the files. Everything's approved. It's being printed right now. That is just the earliest we can possibly get it back. Early November is when we'll see it. But we will have a ton more items come out before then that I think you guys will be extremely pleased with, that we've sort of put our heart and soul into. One of those items I think we talked about, it was just this really furry, I don't know, it's like, we all have pets and cats and dogs, and some people have monkeys, and Mike Tyson even had something kind of cool. Is there a way we can show the video?
Not on here, but I'll post it on.
You'll post on Instagram? Okay, well, anyway, if we had YouTube, you guys would see a super sick, like, spoiler video. We're going to post on Instagram right now, the Cool Bin. Mm-hmm. And for those of you in chat, I think, what they have, like, what is it called? Squirrel Squad? What if we had, like, Bigfoot Bros? The Bigfoot's all coming together. These are now in the store, available right now. And so if you order a Bigfoot, one of the plushies, we'll get it shipped out right away for you. Super soft Bigfoot. You can see it's got the really nice MetaZoo tag on there. And then again, anything that's ordered this weekend, while we have them, you're going to get the MetaZoo anniversary promo. And so that'll be until we run out. So we're not going to reveal print numbers for sets, cards, any of this and that. Basically, when it runs out, it runs out. And I love the idea that if things are rare and they're not available, it's like it makes it collectible and fun and this and that. So really, really cool Bigfoot there. Really cool Bigfoot plushie here. These things, if you guys are at Squonkalpalooza, you get to hold one and feel one. They're literally like the softest thing ever. We have more cryptids coming. We have, I think, at least 3 more that we paid for like a couple weeks ago that are on the way. So can't wait to share this with you guys. And I think we just have the 100 for now. And then again, I just want to reiterate my stance on like accessories. These are not numbered. They're not 1 out of 100 or anything like that. We ordered another 150, so that we'll have more available. And so there'll be, well, I guess I just revealed that number. Whoops. Okay. My bad. So we'll have 250 big feet around. Well, I guess 500 big feet because they have 2 feet per.
True.
See, we're learning. So super excited there. So that should be live in the store now for you guys. Again, you'll get the sick promo. Then once the anniversary promo runs out, we will swap over to the Kets promo. We'll swap back to that until we run out of this. So that'll be really cool. With Legends coming up, big show, the signups are live as well on the website. And so if you notice, we have the official rule book for the modern MetaZoo. And we also have the rules for MetaZoo Classic that'll be on at Legends there as well. And so Legends is going to be in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, August 22nd and 23rd. It's about 20, 30 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, something like that. Saturday will sort of be all modern MetaZoo. It'll be the big $10,000 tournament. I'd say go in and sign up now. We're going to let people know by next Wednesday if you have sort of made the cut. It's not really a cut. It's like the first people sign up will be entered, and then everyone after that will go to a wait list. And so that's for the $10,000 tournament. And then essentially once the tables clear out and stuff like that, the MetaZoo Classic event will be on Sunday. And so that'll be for the Kickstarter box. So Classic will be on Sunday. Top cut for Modern will be on Sunday as well. And then Saturday will just be MetaZoo Modern being played throughout because we need all the tables possible. We're trying to make it as many entries as possible, big an event as possible. I think you guys have also seen the 2 promo cards that'll be there. So we have a Jet promo and a Poncho promo, super, super sick promos. They'll be at the table with the artists. We'll probably have other ways we give these out throughout the day. Maybe we'll have a time you get there and you line up at 1 o'clock or something. But I always like to make sure the players get everything they can. A lot of times players come, they play all day, they can't get anything. And so I want to make sure, if you're a player, you got a chance to get one of these as well too. So very, very cool promos. And if you guys are paying attention, Squonkalpalooza and things that were going on, we had a couple reveals that were pretty cool. I'll start with one thing you would get. So if you were to get 3rd place at the big Legends tournament, we will actually be giving you a full art 3rd place card, texturized and everything. Again, no cash prize for 3rd, but you're going to get a sick 3rd place card. I think for New Jersey last year, we did a drawing on card where we had 4 artists, Fran, Kate, and then our Pierre. They all drew on the card. It's super sick. But this is like literally a card we made for the event. Awesome card. And one of our friends in the community, Silver Snorlax, was able to find a super sick trophy manufacturer for us. And so we're going to drop pictures on social, and we're going to drop a picture in chat of what the trophy looks like. And it is, for 3rd place, going to be a bronze Mothman. It's actually pretty sizable. It's pretty heavy, pretty cool. And so you'll get a trophy card and a physical trophy with that. And of course, for 2nd place, 4th place doesn't get a trophy because you lost your last match. 2nd place, you get a badass Frogman trophy for a full art card. Super sick. Well, you get the Frogman trophy card. And then the trophies are all Mothman for this event. So what we'll probably do is each event we'll pick a different cryptid, and that cryptid will be the trophy for that event. And we've actually already seen the 2nd iteration of what these look like. And the 2nd trophy is already pretty sick. And so you'll get a silver Mothman trophy as well with this. And then 1st place is going to walk out of there with some heavy, he's going to obviously have some big guns. He's going to be a super strong caster because he's going to get a 1st place Mothman, texturized gold, all this. And he's going to get $10,000 cash. Literally, we're probably going to get a big old check for them to carry out too. and say if you drop anything, you got to give it away. You just want to take it, see if it's the delivery guy. So we'll have this as well. They'll get a gold-plated Mothman physical trophy, which is super sick. These are not cheap trophies, guys. I've had my T-ball trophy, seen the prices of that. These are like 10x as expensive as those. These are really, really nice trophies and pretty sick. So we are so excited for that. At some point, I think it'd be cool to make classic trophies, in the classic form. We obviously haven't had enough control of MetaZoo and the printers and stuff to get there. But that's something I would like to see at some point in the future, because we literally have so many classic fans that, like, I think every event we do, there's going to be some classic sort of component. And I think it'd be cool that we could even have a cash prize in the future. But for now, I think a Kickstarter box, you literally straight from my collection, I think is a pretty cool prize. I definitely paid way more for it than they're going for now, I'll tell you that. But no, we're super stoked for Legends. Is there a way I can take like questions or just?
Did you see the chat?
No, I actually don't see chat at all. Oh, this is chat. Oh, 99. Wow. Zach, you're amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm glad coexists. We got Bigfoot. Dude, this chat is awesome. You guys call him back. Sure it's not the XPO guy?
He already showed up. And I already did it.
Okay, all right. We have a lot going on at the warehouse. We are getting everything set up. It's quite a bit. Okay, cool. Dude, chat is awesome. So we gave you the update on Yokai Cosmic. Also, shout out me and the wife. What's up, Vagrant? Nice. Made it out. Cool. I made an order, but it's not linked to my account. You actually have to be signed in to make an order, so your caster thing should be there. But any order, we're gonna send the promo with the anniversary promo, and like we don't have a lot. Like we didn't make 1,000 of them, so like I anticipate they'll be gone before Sunday. Why don't we talk about the artist contest? I think people are pretty stoked for that. I love the page. I love that it's got the artists, the white, the colors. I thought that page looked awesome. If I was an artist, like that felt like so inspiring. And so one thing we were thinking about internally was we have a list of cryptids, and we really, really spent a lot of time on how we think that which cryptids, should they be new cryptids or old cryptids, or let people pick. And like we put a lot of time and effort into try to formalize this artist contest. And so we think that the way we're doing it now is great for this first round. But once we get feedback and stuff, we're certainly open to changing some things for next year. But what I really feel like is people want to submit more. People don't want to just do one cryptid. They want to really just kind of put their all in and do more. So one change we're making for the artist contest is that you can submit one cryptid artwork and you can submit one aura artwork. And that way you don't have to feel like you're picking between an aura and a cryptid and this and that. So, pick if you want to draw 8 cryptids and then, you pick your favorite one you think that looks the best, submit it. Then if you want to draw a couple auras, pick your favorite aura, submit that too. We really didn't want people to feel like they're picking between kind of a theme and then a cryptid. But again, look at the directions. Lily literally wrote out the judgment pieces with Ben. And so, you want to make sure it feels MetaZoo. I think we have a lot of themes, we have a lot of talented artists, but you want it to feel like something that would go on a MetaZoo card that feels like it's part of our universe. It feels like it's part of everything. And so we've changed the submission portal to where you can submit more than one. But again, we're only going to consider the first cryptid you submit and the first aura that you submit. So just keep that in mind. I think that'll be a huge plus, a huge change. And we want it to truly be like the best art that we really feel embodies it. So there could be someone that wins both. And so I think that just want to keep it clear, like you have a full chance to win both. And I even told the team, like, we got to make sure it's blind and all this stuff. And I think it'd be really cool to share all the art that comes in if we can. But I know some people were worried about, scanning and stuff like that. Just give us a really good picture of it. And if you make to the finals, then we will do all the scanning and stuff for you. I don't want you to go buy a $500 scanner. Again, one of the things we prize ourselves on, and that is we have one of the lowest cost decks to play. We're one of the most affordable TCGs, $3.99. I really believe we have a ton of people that just love cryptids, and like making it as affordable and as easy as possible is like one of my goals. I'm doing this because I love MetaZoo. I'm doing this because it's a passion. When we do giveaways, like we cover the shipping. Like I don't want you guys to pay for stuff. So I want you to see like every action we take is like for the fans. It's like for you guys. And like, I don't want to feel like we're prying things out of you. I want you to feel like, we built this trust. And if we put out a cool product, go buy it. But if like we put out Cosmic and it's not your vibe, just wait for Towerfall, because Towerfall is going to be sick too. And Towerfall is going to be amazing. So we're pretty excited for that. Also, the How to Play campaign. We haven't really spent a lot of time talking about that publicly. I know Zell's put out a pretty sick video, How to Play. We're still building a lot of the back end for the website. And so while you might see the front end, it looks really nice. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that you guys don't see that we're building that is going to make MetaZoo better for the future. That Casters card, being linked to Casters Cup Online, linked to the tournament, linked to organized play, linked everywhere. It's a lot of work for the team we have. And so, like, one of the things we do is when you submit something like the How to Play video, we want you to actually go to the Casters card online and be like, hey, I made a How to Play video. Here's a link to my YouTube video. And that way the team knows that you did it. You actually want to submit. And then we'll go review it. And we'll if we make it to like sort of the top 5, we'll send you some really cool stuff. So more marketing and stuff will come out around that. Sort of the How to Play series. I think it's pretty awesome that we can teach other people how to play. And I think I'm just going to make a decision right now. Like, if you want to make a How to Play for Classic MetaZoo, we'll include that in a totally separate category. And so we'll do sort of the top 5 How to Play for Modern, and then we'll do the top 5 How to Play for Classic. And so if you want to make a super sick How to Play MetaZoo Classic, again, this is only for videos that have been uploaded since the June 26th stream. And so June 26th on is sort of what gets considered. If you made a really cool video a year ago, it's awesome, but make another one. Let's see if we have any questions here. Oh, okay, Ben. So, okay, I guess we can talk about that. So for the Classic tournament at Legends, we're going to do this in a series. And so what we thought is, like, if you have all the Classic cards available, you got like 6 sets and all these spell books and things and theme decks, and like, it might be kind of easy to make a broken like red ink deck or something. Like, I feel like I know a few guys that might have won some stuff with that. But like, what we're doing with this is basically saying that we're going to have sort of a round of sets that are the cards that will be included. So for the Classic tournament, it's only going to be Cryptid Nation and Nightfall for Legends. And then when we do the next Classic tournament, it'll be Wilderness and UFO. So you have to build decks with only those sets. We're making it a little bit more challenging for the people that want to participate in that. Because if you had everything, it's like, just pick the best meta deck and get the most expensive cards. But while sort of siloing it to a few like sets per, I think it makes it more challenging, more fun. And we have certain fourth wall effects that are only in effect for those tournaments, which is really cool. We're going to have judges that are only Classic judges. We'll have judges that are only Modern judges. And then for the final, then, we'll go to Seance Native. And then the fourth and final tournament will include everything. I think the plan for the team is to really get feedback around like how that process went. If you guys loved it, we'll probably do some more similar stuff. If you guys hated it, then we'll figure out how do we do Classic in a way people love. So that's a pretty cool update. It's going to be a little challenging. One of the next things is the Artist Scholarship. So similar to How to Play, we're still working on the back end of that so that you guys can all participate and let us know which artist scholarships, which artists you want to get the scholarship. Again, we're going to have 3 different ones that are going to be $1,000 each that we want the fans to decide which artists those go to. And so that's something we're still working on. And if you notice, the marketing is almost there. We haven't quite started marketing yet. I think it was one of probably the biggest failures of original MetaZoo and also sort of the modern MetaZoo is like just lack of marketing. We have found a person who's now on the team who's helping us out quite a bit in the growth marketer position. And there is some substantial amount of back-end you have to build to do marketing. And so when you have Legends come up, we're going to start pushing the marketing. When we have some of these other sets come out, you're going to see a lot of marketing around it. And so you're going to see marketing from MetaZoo that just hasn't happened before. And I think what we're going to have is our audience is really going to spread out and reach a lot of people that love cryptids and games and they've just never heard of us. I mean, it might blow your mind, but there are people in 2025 that have never heard of Pokemon and have never heard of PSA grading and have never heard of these terms that just seem very normal. There's people that have never heard of Bigfoot and Mothman. And what I found when I first started like getting into cards in the hobby, I would sell stuff in 2012 and like someone in Australia would buy a card. I'm like, dude, who in Australia is buying a Pokemon card? And then what you find is like we all have this sort of brain that like loves cards and loves cryptids and loves like animals and just loves like all these different things. And those people are everywhere. Like people that love the stuff we do are like evenly spread around the world. And it's like up to us to like have the marketing, to have like the push, the social, to get people on Discord, to get people on Instagram, to have events, to put out really cool cards, like a first place caster card. I put out cool cards like that. And once we find these people, like they're gonna find a home in our community. And they're gonna look to like the people who've been around, the OGs that have been here forever. And they're gonna look at you guys to bring them in and foster that sort of that community spirit. And so I always think like creating a culture is like such a huge part of everything. And it's like the people here in chat are gonna be the ones that sort of help build that community and stuff. I see in chat, TCG player, we are working on it. We have been in contact with them. I've met with their head of partnerships, and we have a file we have to fill out and send back to them. But I went straight to the person who was second in command, the person right under the president, and I pushed really hard, and we have made some traction. We got to figure out next steps and stuff, but we're also pushing collector. We're also pushing Whatnot. I met with head of Whatnot partnerships, and they want to build out like a MetaZoo category and stuff for us. I said, well, let's wait till we get a product out, and then we'll talk more. But Whatnot's really eager to do something for us. Collectors at the very beginning of the conversation, but TCG player, we've already had meetings. We already talked back and forth, and we're at the point that we're filling out some paperwork and stuff for them. They think that we are a new card game, and I said we have cards on your website right now. And it's really weird when you look up and the sky is blue and they tell you it's not blue. It's really weird. So we're trying hard. Do a TCG player bundle, a celebration return. I'm down for anything. I mean, we got some cool stuff that we're cooking. So I would be down for anything. Three card per pack or probably something similar to Pokemon. We've actually talked about 3 cards per pack, but it was for a specific vendor that it would go well with them. That was not our idea, it was a GQL idea. But right now, when you work with printers, doing the fewest SKUs possible is better. It saves some money. And so like if we did a booster pack and a 3-card pack and a theme deck and a spell book and this and that, it makes it a lot more complicated. And so what we're trying to do is get something out quickly that we're proud of. And then eventually for future sets, when we have more time, that we'll do more products with that. So for the time being, we're focused on booster boxes. I think like an aura deck would be awesome. I think getting auras is actually way harder than it should be. So we've talked about that. Let's see if we have any more questions. We do have 3 or 4 more updates for you guys. There you go. Here's the trophies. They had that ugly guy behind them. Manga chapter 1. So the guy who is helping us with the manga is also a very, very talented artist doing many cards for us. And so it is a competition between how many cool cards do you want to see versus how much manga do you want to see. And a good news is we made the decision to switch that person to be full-time manga here soon. So once they finish their current card assignments, they will be full-time manga, which is pretty sick. So we will give you that. And we've actually looked into printing manga as well. So one of the mistakes we made is we didn't make a promo card for the manga, which, if you make a promo card, it takes like 3 or 4 months. Like these were made, this card art was made a while ago. To print it takes some time. So we want to do promos with the manga. So if you buy a manga, you get a sick promo. Maybe it's like the full art of the manga page, because the front page is usually pretty sick. That'd be kind of cool. Why don't we talk about partner program, vendor program, streamer, stuff like that? I know we've had a lot of people that want to sign up for the partner program and stuff. We are still working on the back end there. And so our goal is that the partner program is sort of like our elite, best of the best, like people that love MetaZoo, that they're like our super fans, they're pulling people in, they're attending every event, they want to see MetaZoo succeed, they're giving us feedback, we're listening to it, and we're making changes based on what they say. They're literally the people that we think are like the top MetaZoo fans. And what we're going to do for them is basically give them the best pricing possible. And so they will get pricing better than a distributor. because we are selling direct to consumer, which is going to be really, really cool. The partner program will be eligible for custom cards. We're still setting the thresholds for how to get that, but it'll be something like we'll make you 100 of those cards, and if you want to buy more, we'll let you buy more and increase the print run. It's okay if you can't attend all the events, but for the partner program, we just want to see like that influence, that help, that they're commenting on the videos, they're active in Discord, they're pulling people in, like their presence in the community the 100 people in this room I think would all be great candidates. And then the vendor program is really for stores that want to sell MetaZoo and they need a discount price to be able to put it on the store shelf. We recognize that. So the vendor program will get a discount, but the partner program will get a steeper discount than that. And so the vendors are people that they want to sell it, they like it, they'll put it on the shelf, they'll make money, but they don't necessarily want to go out there and, shout MetaZoo at the top of their lungs every day. Every time Ben wakes up, I hear Bigfoot, but something like that. And then we're also gonna have a streamer program, which are basically for people who don't have card shops that want to stream on Whatnot and this and that. Those people will also receive a discount because if they're going to stream the pack and you guys want to buy a pack on Whatnot, I don't want you guys to pay $6 a pack on Whatnot when the packs are $4 each. I want the streamer to get a discount, and I want you guys to be able to buy them for a reasonable price. So the streamer can make money by promoting, MetaZoo and the brand. You guys can get a good deal, and you can watch your favorite creator open it live. But you're not paying $10 a pack to stream. I think that's too much. So the streamers will be somewhere priced between the partners and the vendors. The vendor will have kind of the steepest. The partner will have the steepest discount, but the vendor will be sort of that last discount tier before we get to like the MSRP and stuff. We also have programs coming out around influencers and content creators. And so I would consider, a content creator to be a mega MetaZoo fan. We're talking, MetaZoo Menace, we're talking Zealous, MetaZoo Maniac, just all these people that are constantly making content. TMX, Cryptic Keeper, MetaZoo Black Market. I mean, list goes on. If I literally read every name in here, those are the content creators and people that love MetaZoo. And so those are people like we want to support you. We want to say, hey, like you've been with us through thick and thin, and like we want to get your address through the caster card and be able to send you stuff. If you want to reveal a card for us on a set that's coming out, and you want to spoil something, like we want to make sure you're involved. And so kind of being a part of that kind of says, hey, like I love MetaZoo, I want to make content, and I want to participate in some of these other programs that are coming out too. So we haven't quite launched that or kicked that off, but we've had a lot of inquiries of people saying, hey, they do want to be involved. And so once we get some more structure, like behind the scenes, we get lists of people, then we can say, hey, Cosmic has this many cards. How many are we going to spoil? And then who gets, which card or this or that, which I think would be really cool. Escaped Alien, he'll probably get some sort of abduction program or a card or something because he needs to be captured. But no, that'd be cool. Then influencers, kind of separate from content creators. These may be people that have millions of followers that may know or not know MetaZoo. I think all content creators are influencers to a degree, but there are people who are influencers who could really help the brand of MetaZoo, but maybe aren't necessarily like, a super fan or something like that. They can just influence their audience. And so what we're going to do with influencers is we'll probably send them some product here and there and try to get in front of their audience and just see if we can find people that also love cryptids that want to come back to us. But again, there's no pressure. If they can say they like it, they don't like it. Like we're going to take whatever feedback they give. Get Wubby back. Dude, Wubby's pretty cool. He was messaging me back in the day to buy boxes, and the dude loved his priest video is awesome. Yeah. So did you guys hear all that? Did I talk too much? Do we have cool? Well, if we didn't run YouTube, we had a bunch of cool graphics and stuff. But I was like, we have to go live. We have to tell them what's going on. We have to tell the fans what's going on. So again, if you missed it, Bigfoot plushies are in the store right now. You can get them. Super sick, super soft. Like we literally have like a whole like box of them. They're everywhere. And then you get a promo. Anything you order in the store this weekend, you're gonna get the anniversary promo until they run out. Super, super sick. Like, yeah, we gotta go live. And then once we run out of the anniversary, we're gonna go back to the cats promo. So this is for anything in store. And then once the cats promos run out, we're gonna swap over to the Ding Bell promos. Really, really cool. We have so many things we're working on, guys. Will I do interviews? Yeah, if you want. I love tough questions. Of course, of course. You guys deserve an update. Like since June 26th, we put in 6 weeks, and every Saturday and Sunday, like we've put in work for MetaZoo. MetaZoo Monday. I'd love to do it. I want to make sure we have stuff for you guys. So like when we have more cards and promos and stuff, like it feels like more, but I feel like we're working on so much of the back end and stuff that it's like the stuff that you guys don't see that makes a massive impact. Like, you know, if a content creator does something or a TMX gets that cool promo card, like Justin's got to be able to package that up and send it out to you guys. And so we have to make sure that we do, you know, all the right things. And, you know, it's a lot to track things and stuff too. And like we see so much and we're always on Discord reading things. So, you know, I hear everything you guys say. We're just trying to make MetaZoo sort of as best as possible. The minimum size in inches for the art, I think it's the dots per like pixel.
That the recommended size is, you know, the big size, but the minimum that we can work with is a 4x4.
The minimum is a 4x4, but the recommended is a larger size, because you have to have so many dots per like inch so that whenever you do the scan, because we're gonna take your art down to like a card, and then it has to like look really really good. We do have some MetaZoo stickers from the shows and stuff. We do want to make more stickers. I'm a huge fan of original art, and so like let's say this is a really cool Cats. Like instead of making this a sticker, I'd rather like go make another Cats and make that a sticker. Did we get the magnets? Yes, they're in the other office, and they look just like the tattoos. So we should grab those. So they're in our other office, not the warehouse, but we just got to grab them. Oh yeah. We had a big call with Mothman Festival today. We were talking about where the booth's going to be, where all the signs are going to be. You know, how many signs can we put up before they get mad at us? You know, so we're having a good call with them. Any secret surprise for Mothman Festival? Do you want to show? Have we shown the cards yet? Or
Yes, we showed those.
okay. The one thing with Mothman Festival is you go to the museum, you get a card for being in the museum. If you take that card from the museum to our booth, we will give you a special card that is very, very cool. In the museum, our goal is the museum will have a lot of cards, but we're not going to have a lot of the special cards. And so that'll be really cool. A release date for the next set. So Yokai is the premium card set. We're planning for that to come out early November. It's been sent to print. It's at the printer right now. The amount of money we save shipping it by sea versus air is over 100 grand. So I said, you know what? I think sea is just the way we got to do it. It was a massive number, and it was way more than 100. So I really want you guys to have Yokai. It seems stupid to do the air thing. Burning 2021 convention promos. Yes, we have them here. We will do something with them. I've heard some people say we should shred them. I've got a shredder. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of them. I think it'd be cool to show you guys in video. I don't want to like discredit MetaZoo or make it look like bad, but like I think we should prove that we got rid of them. And I don't think we get rid of them by throwing them in the trash. I think we get rid of them by like destroying them. Be kind of cool. Did we change printers? Yes, we did. And we have even more than just that. We very much understand the influence GQL has. And so while we were anticipating the change, we went to a lot of printers to see who could do what. And right now we have 2 printers that we think are capable of making the cards at a high level. And the one we're using is the one that you see here that has, you know, the really intense Cosmos holofoil. It's really cool. I will say on some of the cards there is a slight error, but I don't necessarily want to say what it is, but you'll see it in person. It's not on any of the Cosmos foil cards. It's on other cards, and you'll see those when they come out. But it's not a bad error. It's just they use well, I don't want to spoil what the mistake was, but you'll see it when you see it. Ooh.
Business black card frames. Same for the limited releases. We use the no text box card.
Yeah, the no text box is cool. Cool. More questions, guys. Send me some tough questions. Do we have a cap on number on the Legends tournament? We have an internal sort of number that we think we're going to limit it to. I have pressured the team that if we were to get more than that, how can we keep it? How can we make it higher? So the challenge is you need at least 35 minutes to play a game. And so we have to do it within the confines of like the time we have. So literally the cap is kind of tied to that. The goal is to tell everyone by Wednesday when if they've made sort of the cut or not, and then basically everyone after that's going to go to wait list. It's prioritized based on like when you submit. Has nothing to do if if the if Kai were to join Wednesday night, like he would be in the Wednesday night section, not second place. But I love the idea that first place gets a massive payday, and then second, it's like we're doing Ricky Bobby style, like. You got to be first, baby.
Ricky Bobby format.
Yeah. The modern tournament will run on Saturday, but the top cut will run on Sunday. And so all of Saturday is going to be modern MetaZoo, and top cut will be Sunday. And then Sunday will be all classic MetaZoo with top cut running at the same time. That's the plan. We're trying to get a lot of cool stuff running around the show. We have tons of signs. I think we had like 20 signs we turned into cards. It's kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Turn them into a big resin block. Rico. Oh, nice. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Make it a little.
So can we stream or post tournament footage? We'll have people going around recording footage. We always have at least one person, but
We're working with 5 potatoes.
so 5 Potatoes is going to help us do a bunch of footage. That'd be cool. I want to make sure we get the final matches like posted because I think it'd be really cool. And then I don't want to, we're going to spoil it now. Whoever wins the tournament is going to have an opportunity to play our best staff member with a deck that they have created special for the event. And so we don't know what anyone's playing this or that for the event. Like you guys show up and play. This deck will be created before the event. But whoever wins first place will play one of our staff members that we pick, and then we'll see if they can actually beat MetaZoo staff at full power. Let's call it that. We're trying to figure out what the stakes are. I told Ben double or nothing. He's like, no, like we can't let them go home broke. But we'll see. What?
Maybe.
Oh yeah. You're late. What'd you miss? Well, I can tell you something that we haven't revealed yet. What is something that like card games like do at events and stuff that are so sick that you always want, that you're like, man, that'd be really, really cool. How about this? The top 4 places in MetaZoo, we're going to add something to the prize pool right now, okay? You guys ready? I don't think they're ready. They're not ready. Draft, give out water bottles. Yeah, put a MetaZoo logo, $5 water bottle. How about this? I know something people always ask for. Very special, so hard to get. A lot of people go dumpster diving for them. I think the top 4 places in MetaZoo should get an uncut sheet of modern MetaZoo. But here's the caveat. Okay, we actually have the sheets in-house. I've seen them. We have them. So top 4 get a sheet, but not all the cards in the sheet have been revealed yet. So we will ship you the sheet after we reveal the cards, which they will all be revealed, obviously within the next few months or so. Maybe we can take a picture of the sheet and hide the cards that aren't revealed yet.
So we'll put on a blocker frame to like have it at the event.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see if we can bring one to the event and like black out the cards that we haven't shown yet. Like, I don't even want to joke what they are. But the top 4 places will get an uncut sheet of modern MetaZoo. Super, super sick. How far with Cash Cup Online? So when we did the deal with GQL, they got a license for everything. They have everything MetaZoo that is in their court. And so that will start essentially once we sign the termination agreement. We have a plan for what we want to do with Cashers Cup Online. We're very, very impressed with the algorithm, the gameplay, the ability to do a lot of things with it. But we want to update some of the UI, the user interface, and the player experience. And we also want to integrate it into our player card. And excuse me, I'll go and spoil it now. We want to be able to give you physical rewards based on your gameplay in Casters Cup Online. And to do that, I need to be able to track, like your gameplay and stuff. So I think if you win 500 Caster Cup Online, matches, you should get a physical card, and we should mail that at our expense, MetaZoo's expense. And we have a lot of ideas like that we want to implement. So when we get Casters Cup Online, we're going to spend some time to make sure all that stuff works, and then we'll sort of get out like a beta that works for everyone, and then we'll run beta for a little bit, and then we'll release it. Oh my gosh, you know what we didn't talk about? We didn't talk about OP. Oh my gosh, how did we not talk about OP? Okay, all right, so big OP update. We're coming in at minute 48. So for organized play, we have built sort of the internal like system of that so far. Shout out Metashab, huge part of that. He's been working on it for literally 6 weeks, like 6 straight weeks. Sleeping, I don't know when he sleeps, but sometimes. And so we have done a there's been a test, sort of a small test, and we're doing a big sort of test like next week, sort of with the whole team to make sure it all works. We're gonna do a couple of those. For organized play, Legends Expo is going to be the first public beta of organized play where the MetaZoo staff, we're all gonna run the event. Shab will be there and kind of making sure everything sort of works and stuff. And then after that event, for organized play, I always viewed it as there's like a pre-section where you sign up, you find your local store, they sort of coordinate with us, say, hey, we're running an event. And then there's like an active section where you actually are in the moment, you're playing the game, you have the rounds, who do you play next, and how many rounds are there? And then you have sort of a post part of organized play, which is you report all the results back to us, and we say, oh my gosh, collector won again. He needs to get a prize pack, but he's got too many prize packs. And so, so we'll have like a post section where we'll send out the prize packs and work with the stores and all that. So there's like all these components we're going to play. So after the Legends event that we run it, we're going to take about a week internally to fix any bugs, any fixes, any updates, any feedback you guys give us. So we'll have about a week of fixing organized play. And then our goal is that early September, like September 1st, if possible, we're going to launch organized play to like our partner program or to like our best stores or the stores that really want to participate, that want to be involved, that want to give us feedback, that want to be active. And, we're going to take care of those stores. We're going to reward those stores. We're going to give you guys free product for helping us. And we want to take basically the month of September as like a beta of organized play. And the goal will be to get stores all across the country. You're running an event on Tuesday or Saturday or anytime, and try to break it. Try to give us feedback that we can make it better. And we want to bring you guys the best organized play any TCG has. And the only way we do that is if you challenge us, call us out on the things that we need to do better. And we're going to work hard and make it as cool as we can. And so the goal is that we'll have sort of September as that beta for organized play. And then October 1st, we're going to go back to the full public organized play. And so everyone will be able to play that, this and that. We will eventually probably facilitate MetaZoo Classic in the organized play as well. But again, it takes time to build. It takes time to get all that stuff going. And MetaSnipe, I see you. I think part of the part with MetaZoo Classic is it takes time and resources. And if I go hire 3 or 4 more people, that's a lot of money that's going out the door that we got to build the company up first and kind of get there back before we got to build things back before we kind of jump too far. I will say we're going to continue to do things that lean into Classic, but we're not going to jump, right away. But I know I saw a lot of your messages earlier before stream. But again, the goal will be to do what the fans want. And so, I don't want to give extreme examples here, but we are going to do what the fans sort of tell us. And I think modern MetaZoo really had no marketing around it at all. And if we do actual marketing and stuff, we may find that that's the most popular thing out there. And we may find that MetaZoo Classic is the most popular. But the thing is, we don't have that data yet because we haven't put new products out. We don't have the marketing. We don't have the feedback, and we don't see the sell-through on the website. So the best thing you can do is basically just participate, engage. If we go to Pittsburgh and, we'll see who shows up. That's another way to kind of put it. So, we're looking at every metric we can to sort of make the decisions we need to make. But we're going to do what the fans want. So I think, Bunny Man, I think the inks are a really big part of MetaZoo, but I think the story needs to be told, and I think the story will sort of unravel itself in the way that the lore is going to unravel itself. So I love opening a good present. A good present takes a little time. You ever open one of those Russian things and you're like, come on, give me the middle. It's like, how can it get smaller? It's always fun.
Is the stream recorded? Will there be notes, highlights of the events? There will be notes and highlights, but
Yeah. Yeah, Rico, when Charlie was involved, I largely wasn't involved, so I had a lot going on that I had to deal with, and I got more and more involved for earlier this year, and that's when a lot of things swapped over. I don't know if the stream's recorded.
I believe
I bet you someone recorded it.
Cutthroat is streaming it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna put it on his YouTube.
LCS promos. I will say we have LGS promos printed, so we have them in the office here. They look sick. I'm pretty stoked for them. Oh, nice. There we go, baby. Yeah, so community upvoting, that's gonna be in the player card. So the goal is that like all the feedback you give us is tied back to that player card. So if we did like a poll or something, you literally go to the website, log in, go to your account, and then the poll would be there. If there's a way we could integrate the poll to Discord, I think that'd be sick, but linking a Discord name to player card might be kind of hard. So BC design changes. So for some cryptids, we went back to the original. So like we thought the original Bigfoot was a better design. The Payaso bird, I thought the original was a better design. There's a lot of cryptids we are going back to the original, just because we think that's what MetaZoo is and was and should be. I think there's a couple that we're keeping the modern, right, that we thought were
A
good.
few. But we're going back, like Explosive Rabbits going back,
Explosive Rabbits going back.
Goofus Bird.
Goofus bird. I like the new Rat King. I thought that was kind of sick. But keep Hobgob as new. Let's change it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Boogeyman.
Octena will be.
What are we doing with Boogeyman?
We're gonna keep the new Boogeyman.
We're keeping the new Boogeyman. Payaso. I call it Pizza Bird. Sounds like pizza plus bird. Octana. Yeah, Jet really loves Octana, yeah. It's one of her favorites to draw. No, maybe that's Lily. I think Lily's favorite.
Lily did Octena, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Jesus loves Bloody Mary. I hope you're referring to the cryptid.
Yes, Rainbow Crow was switching.
Rainbow Crows, super cool. Any other questions, guys? I'll stay on another 5 minutes. That way it's a full hour. We literally worked right up to stream. And I was like, guys, we gotta go live and go. I'll show you guys the trophy cards again. Again, first place, $10,000, and you get a physical trophy. Super, super sick. We're literally taking this. Oh, first 5 minutes are muted. Yeah, but we were talking about all the giveaways the first 5 minutes. You didn't hear all that? The anniversary promo, any purchase this weekend until we run out. I think we'll run out. If you ever do a giveaway, you get this. Any updates on the sleeves? Yes, we are ordering sleeves. We are close to ordering binders. We'll have binders for Cosmic. We're prioritizing that first. And then we'll do binders for Cryptid Nation. Those are actually live right now. Base set, Tides, and Shadows. We'll have all those back. Cryptid Busters. Doesn't that just feel like a UFO card or a Cosmic card? We've talked about Cryptid Busters a lot internally. That's all I'll say. What do I do if you get a price back from Jersey? Zoominati.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Send Ben a DM, and then we'll figure it out. We'll try to see what happened there. Oh, another thing. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this at Legends, but if you beat a staff member at a game, you will earn a prize back. And so you have to win. But if we're at an event, Squawkapalooza, Legends, Green Eyes Festival, and you're doing a learn to play, and you want to play a staff member, and you want to bust out real decks, you will get a prize pack. And I don't know if you guys saw, Maniac pulled one of the sickest prize cards ever. It's a 25 Mothman gold border. That was super, super sick. If you guys saw that in chat. But I thought that was a really cool way to show, like, because we want to get the prize packs out there. We want to get more of you guys have the ability to earn those. We want them to be rare, want them to be tough, and like we want to stick to our word. Like you got to earn it. Like you got to win it if you want it. And we're gonna make a lot of cool stuff. So when the OP program launches, officially, you'll see like how many prize packs go out per event, per tournament. And I think we're still debating if so let's say you win an OP event and then that data gets reported back to us. We'll know that, hey, Zealous won an event. We'll ship him 2 prize packs for winning an event, or whatever it might be. Or if you win a 25-person event, maybe it's more prize packs, but it'll be based on the difficulty, which is cool. Promo per art entry, the promo will be 1 per person, simply due to the amount that we have. If that changes, I can't commit to more right now, but if it changes, I'll let you know. I just don't want to commit to anything right now with that. The firework hollow pattern, I think it'd be sick, but again, when Legendary Collection came out, half the people hated it. So if we drop a Legendary Collection MetaZoo hollow foil and half the people hate it, like I want you to understand this is normal. Like this is like what people expect. I think it'll look cool, but like it will be unloved for a while. What's up, Maniac? For how long do you expect to sell only booster box SKU? Have you been on the website? We launched other SKUs earlier today, but did not tell anyone. If you scroll down, we will have more. We will eventually sell blister packs on the website. We're going to do a 3-pack blister. The goal is to get it at a price point that's really, really nice, and we want to include a promo card with the blisters. And so part of that is we have some that are already made, but I want like original cool art, and I want to do only so many of that promo. So I don't want to be like, all right, we're going to print 100,000 with promo. It's like, no, that's not right. I'd rather be like, hey, let's print 10 promos and we'll divide it up. And then I think what we're thinking about is like, you'll buy this one promo, then when it sells out, then you go to the next one, then the next one. And there's something like that. I talked to Black Market about the miniatures. I thought it was really cool. I think it'd be cool if there's like an NFC chip or something in there you could do and upload things or scan or this or that. Should we have another reveal? Another spoiler for Legends? Okay, since we're not going to go live for since we're not going to go live until Legends, I'll drop one more spoiler. Okay, I'm excited about this, and I don't even know if I can like uphold my end of the spoiler. Okay, so don't hold me to this if I can't do it. Okay, this is the 5 o'clock Central Time spoiler, 6 o'clock Eastern spoiler. If you come to Legends and you show up and you have a player card, we're going to print a physical version of that player card for you at Legends. And so that way you will have a physical player card that you can have and you can carry around, and we're going to do that for free. Eventually, we're going to do it to where you can buy one in the store and you can basically purchase a player card and we'll ship it to you. Part of that just has to do, I got to pay staff and shipping and all that. But if you come to Legends and you want a physical version of your player card, we're gonna do that. One of the challenges is we have the machine to do it. We have the cards to do it already here, but we need to make sure it works. So I think we can get it to work because we got 2 weeks. And so I feel really good about it, but I haven't actually seen it work yet. So if we can't get it to work, you'll just know that we failed. But we tried really hard. We tried really, really hard. And so I think a physical version of the player card would be so, so sick.
You want me to show any art spoilers?
Yeah, let's drop an art spoiler. Sure, let's drop one. Make sure it's from the... Okay. So we're gonna drop a spoiler in chat. All right, let's go, baby. Dude, I'm so sick. Oh, there we go. You say who the artist was?
I did. I put it on there.
Okay.
Out of Oliver Hanlon.
Cool.
So then that is an example of us going back to the old design of Exclusive Rabbit.
Yeah, so you see all the little maze back there. You guys get some cosmic vibes, some alien vibes. Man, who's being burnt up there? Is it? Can you tell from this view? Might be hard. I don't know. There are so many things. Like we have so many Easter eggs and so many cards, and just everything we've done is like with passion and love and just like pure just love for cryptids and stuff. I can't wait for you guys to notice some of the things so it kind of comes out. But like the art descriptions, like Lily, Ben, all the work they put in, it's just been so deep. And we got Jet and chat. What's up? Or what's up to Jet? And it's just like the work and like the love that comes out of like these artists is just so incredible. Um, yeah, Taco Bell do that, especially with the fire. So we're so excited for you guys. I'll tell you, let's see if we got a couple more questions. And I feel like we had so much stuff happen since June that I was like, we got to just tell people stuff. And we were talking about this last week, and it's like we're working on so many things. We make so much progress. Like every day, we take these like leaps forward. Like we're making so much progress, and we're so close to just sharing some really big things with you guys. But yeah, I want to fill you guys in on some of the hard work and let you guys see. And Jet sees the stuff we're doing. I think it's pretty cool. Let's show a jet art. Yeah. Find a good one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good luck finding a good one. He's still searching. I'll say that. Try not to reveal a hidden rare. That's probably what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's okay. Here we go, baby. There you go. You see the little UFO in the back there? There's so many like things like hidden that are like so hard to find.
The little snipe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're having a good time. I just hope that when we drop a set that we sell enough of the set. That I really hope that we do. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. I love how like active everyone is and engaged. It's like, still we got 86 people here. That's so sick. Just people that just love MetaZoo. You see, you can find one more.
Yeah.
One more cool art. I'm thinking of a few, but I'm like, I want like people to experience opening it too.
I know I'm trying not to go too crazy, but we do
Yeah.
have some that are fun. Chris Cameron's in here. You want me to show Chris Cameron?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah,
They moved the first one. That was really good. Okay, give us a second. Yeah, we gotta get people to Discord. We gotta get people moving here. Let's do to the moon, baby. Gameplay. That's the thing is we're at shows and we do gameplay. Like 95% of the people that are there, like literally, like will get up and buy something because they just love the way it plays and all this other stuff. Yeah, I mean, I truly want to make a game. Oh yeah, we love this one. This art was like, oh,
It's so sick.
on point. Doesn't this feel like old Zoo? I think this is the first like Chris art we got back. Black Demon, baby. Can you remember all the themes from all the old OG cards where this came from? Like I'm telling you guys, like there's so much art like this. Like Jet's got like 10 pieces like this. Chris is cranking the art out. There's so many things that like you see this and you're like, this feels like MetaZoo. This feels like cryptids and so cool and the watercolor and all this stuff. And it's just like it's so good. So yeah, like we just can't wait. And like truly, like we'll go open other TCGs and stuff because we're trying to learn about print style and print quality and like what art are they doing, this and that. And it's like, it's like we learn so much, and I just feel like we have some of the best art. So we're gonna keep like raising the bar and stuff. So we're so excited. Okay. Let's see. We got one more question, then we'll probably call it. This is an awesome stream, guys. Zoo it out over here. A viable exploding rabbit stick. Eat a taco with every mission point gained. Aw, Jesus is so nice. Jesus just got married. I'd say we should do like like an anniversary set or like a like a wedding set or something. Yeah, you gotta have a proposal card. I mean, Pokemon does all these graduation things, and like people graduate every year. People get married every year. I mean,
Magic card. Unseen for 30 years.
some people are on their third or fourth version. But, what are you going to do in the coming weeks? We're still sending stuff to print code card. So we are going to have a socials card in the back of every promo pack. Well, not the promos that are printed, but going forward, of every promo card and booster pack going forward, where it'll just be a really cool social card. It's got a QR code. We plan to do more with that at some point in the future, but for now, it's basically just to help drive people to socials, engage, learn more about everything. And so that's kind of one of the big changes we made. And so yeah, you'll see that. And I think the card looks kind of cool. Lily did the card. It's got a cool like shadow of a few cryptids on there, and then a really nice like it's got different colors and stuff. It's really cool. All right, redemptions. Redemptions you gotta be careful with because you have like sweepstake laws and stuff. I love the idea. I just want to make sure that we do it right. And lawyers are very expensive. Very, very expensive. Dark demonic set. Oh man, well, I don't know. I'll give the people what they want, so maybe. Be kind of cool. QR code digital packs. Good idea. Okay. Chibi version. That feels like more of a Valentine's Day thing, don't you think? Isn't Chibi's Valentine's Day? All right. I think we're going to end it here. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate all the time, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Go check out the shop. Get the Bigfoot plushie. Get the promo card, the anniversary card. These will run out. I promise you guys. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time.